Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and today I'm going to be talking about what's on my spring fashion wish list. As you may know, I am big into thrifting. I love fashion generally. Something I'm trying to do is be more intentional about the kinds of pieces that I'm picking up at a thrift store or even just at a regular store. And so I thought this would be a really cool idea to show you guys the top things that I am really interested in finding this season. This is definitely not my trend forecast or anything like that. These are all strictly based off of my own personal style and my own whims and things that I just think would really enhance or fill in gaps that are in my wardrobe already. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. The first thing that is on my fashion wish list for this upcoming spring season are square and boat neck tops. So the biggest reason that I am loving these lately is honestly, I've just decided that I think they're really flattering on me. I think they look great on a lot of different people. They create like a really interesting shape, I guess, on the chest, especially if they are sleeveless tops. I just pretty much think that they're really cute. Abercrombie & Fitch has a lot of cute tops. I'm really trying to stay away from like fast fashion. I never foresee myself purchasing again from somewhere like Shein. When it comes to more like stores at the mall, I'm not exactly sure like what would be considered fast fashion and what wouldn't. But I think that like Abercrombie & Fitch, just from my knowledge, is generally like a little better about that. So that is a store that I have been considering buying stuff from. But of course, there are a lot of amazing vintage and retro pieces that you can find online on secondhand shops as well as at thrift stores in person. All right, so the second thing is actually not a clothing piece, but this is a manicure, and these are dice-inspired nails. So I never really get my nails done. The craziest, most intricate thing I've ever had done is just a French manicure, but let me tell you, I think the dice manicure is so stinking cute. I don't think it would be too hard to do this design, but it seems like all you have to do is just do a base coat and then do the dots. So if there's some kind of tool that I could find to just easily make dots of polish, I think that I could probably pull this off at home, or if not, I would love to be able to find some like press-on sets to achieve a look similar to this because I think this is so cool. There's something about like dice and like playing cards, like that aesthetic, I have no idea what you would call it, but I think it's super cool. And honestly, I do think that is kind of slowly creeping into style with certain sects of people. Dice nails, totally in according to me. All right, the next thing that's on my fashion wish list right now are vintage tennis bracelets. These two photos that I'm showing you guys right now are actually photos that I took at a antique/vintage collectibles store that I love going to. I actually filmed a short here a while back, last time I was shopping in person, and I am going to put that in the cards somewhere and also probably put it in the description so you guys can check out the full-length video of antiquing with me there because it's a really cool shop, but I digress. These tennis bracelets are so cute, and the first time I saw them, they sent me down a rabbit hole of vintage jewelry, vintage tennis bracelets. I love the different gemstones that are included in these pictures that I'm showing you. I love the different cuts of gems. I really like the slim rectangular ones. I like the bracelets that are incorporating like heart designs. I like the ones with different colors of gemstones in one bracelet. They're so cute and so timeless to me. They're almost sort of, in my opinion, a blend of like an old money aesthetic plus just like a more vintage, like kind of hippie boho aesthetic, if this makes sense. It's kind of like refined, I guess, in a way that, again, is so different to modern like fast fashion. So maybe that's why I'm really drawn to them. I mean, obviously they're just so beautiful. I think like once I get my job, this is like one of the things that I am going to be spending my first paycheck on. If you guys have any online shops, by the way, where you buy vintage jewelry, please let me know. I am really interested in buying vintage jewelry, but a lot of the times when I go to the thrift store, the options around me just don't have a lot of jewelry displayed. And when they do, it's just like MLM kind of jewelry or like really low quality, just like not great. I don't know. So if you have any online marketplaces that you really like for vintage jewelry, please let me know in the comments because I would be interested in checking that out. All right, so the fourth thing on my fashion wish list for spring is tops with asymmetrical hems. So if you guys have seen my last full-length video, I did recently do a haul and a shop with me at the Goodwill bins. Again, I'll put that video in the card somewhere and also link it in the bio so you can check it out. But one of the tops in particular that I found there is like a vintage, probably 2000s, 90s top. It is brown and it has sort of a handkerchief hem. I almost said neckline. A handkerchief hem. And At first it was so strange to me, but then when I put it on, I thought it was so unique and so cool. And so not only am I interested in that kind of look, but I'm also interested in like that kind of triangle hem. I don't know if that's the actual word for it. And so I'm really a fan of both of those, to be honest. I think they're really cute, they're really fresh, and I do think the silhouette is really cool, even just like with jeans or whatever. Like, I think those shirts are just such a breath of fresh air. And not only do I think they're cool, but I also think that they might be coming back in style. Okay, next is definitely more of a closet basic for once. The fifth item on my fashion wish list for spring is a brown leather jacket. I don't think I'm going to be purchasing a true leather jacket, probably faux leather. I do own one leather jacket right now, faux, and it is by Madden Girl, I'm pretty sure. I just bought it at my local mall. The reason I like it is it's because it's not totally like a bomber jacket, but it's also not totally a moto jacket. It's kind of like a real basic, it just zips. It has a little bit of elastic to kind of cinch it in, but it's not too oversized. And actually, kind of a tangent, but when I was in New York City a couple months ago, I saw a girl in the subway and she literally was wearing that jacket, which was funny because I was wearing the black one that day, and she was wearing it in like a medium, like milk chocolatey brown color, and it was so beautiful. And honestly, I am thinking about trying to find that jacket and getting it. I'll probably have to buy it secondhand, which is totally fine, but I've been searching Depop and eBay for that jacket because yeah, I think the brown leather jacket is totally as much as a basic as the black one is, and I love wearing brown. I've mentioned that a couple times in my videos. I think that color works really well for me, so I think that having this in my closet would be such a great addition to my wardrobe. All right, the next piece, which definitely is more spring than transition piece, is a khaki colored cargo miniskirt. So I do think that cargo has been in style for a couple years, especially cargo pants, but I'm really interested in a khaki mini skirt because I think that that color kind of, again, has more of that refined, almost like preppy kind of vibe, and that is something that I have been leaning in a lot to in my personal style, kind of the preppy, almost girl next door, but like 2000s kind of girl next door. Here are, as you can see, two outfits that include a khaki cargo skirt, and I think they're super cute. I like the one on the left the best. The right kind of got cut off because of the frame I used. You gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, I think that would look really great with a tan or for people with like a darker complexion too. So that would be a great piece for spring, even then into summer. I think it looks especially cute when paired with something vibrant on top. Okay, next we actually have an accessory. I have actually been wanting this, you guys, for probably around a year, but I think I am finally getting ready to purchase this come springtime. So this item is the Coach Insignia Vintage Soho bag. I know these two examples are not exactly the same bag. Honestly, I'm not too particular because there are a lot of similar styles, but what's important to me is that classic C insignia pattern, and I also really like the brown, tan, taupe color scheme, which again is like their classic logo color scheme. I also have seen this bag in pink, black, and dark blue varieties. They are all really cool, and if they were for the right price and I saw them, I'd probably snag them. But yeah, I'm most interested in the classic one. I just really like the buckle design and I like the shape of it. I like that it's kind of a smaller type shoulder bag. I do also really like the version of this bag that doesn't have the insignia design and is just plain brown. That's super cute too, but this is the one I am dying to get my hands on. I have pinned this so many times on my Pinterest board. I did run into one of these bags one of the last times that I was at that antique store. Again, I mentioned it earlier in this video, but I have it linked in the description of this, so you can go check that out. I didn't end up buying it because it was priced a little bit too high for me that day. But looking back, I slightly regret not getting it because I was able to see the bag in person. And when you're buying online, you just sort of never really know, especially if it's a more expensive item. You want to be sure that it doesn't have any flaws you're not exactly realizing and stuff like that. So I do kind of regret not buying it, but I do think I'll come around to getting one soon. Okay, so number 8 on my fashion wish list are actually flare jeans. This one may come as a surprise because I feel like flare jeans have kind of been on the way out. However, I am a really big fan of flares. I wore flares all the time in college. I think pretty much every pair of my jeans junior and senior year were flare jeans. And pretty much I've been losing weight, as I've done a video on also. And because of that, I've been kind of through a couple of different sizes in the past year, past couple of months. So that means I can't wear the flare jeans I used to wear anymore. And the only jeans that I've really been wearing recently are like these straight, baggy, wide leg jeans, which I love, by the way, but I want to get back into wearing that flare jean aesthetic. I feel like at least 1% of me putting this on my list has to do with Kendrick at the Super Bowl. Also, I think flare and bootcut jeans, by the way, are very much a hallmark of like 2000s fashion too. So all of these ideas are kind of culminating, making me be like, I really need this in my wardrobe. I don't know. So the next thing on my spring wish list are cap sleeve baby doll tops. I don't even know if I'm calling these the correct thing. I don't know if baby doll implies a top that is like a little bit longer, because all the tops I have on this example picture are kind of shorter, but they all kind of have that seam under the bust and then sort of flow out. So I guess that makes them baby doll tops, right? I don't know. If there's a different name for these, please let me know in the comments. But I love the cut of these shirts so much. They are so beautiful, so feminine, and in my opinion, incredibly flattering. I am definitely interested in buying ones that are more vintage, like 90s, 2000s. I don't know exactly like what brands the ones I have in this photo are, but they definitely appear vintage to me with their patterns. I do think baby doll is coming back in style generally, but I haven't seen anything exactly like these yet in big box stores. But this is totally something I'm keeping my eye out, because they are seriously the sweetest thing. And you cannot go wrong with a shirt like this for a date, a lunch, going to school. So this would be a great addition to a spring wardrobe. So number 10 is jean skirts. I love me a good denim skirt. I have one that I adore so much, but unfortunately it's too big for me. It is vintage Aeropostale, so I am on the lookout for a new one. I don't want something that is too short, because I want it to be practical for everyday wear. Kind of like between a midi and a mini is what I'm looking for. And I don't want something that is too embellished. I want something kind of plain so that I can really style with a lot of accessories or a lot of other interesting pieces together. It might be too soon for me to buy one. I might have to hold off a couple of months, but this is something that I am gearing up to purchase as well. And I think that these are also always in style, so I don't think you could go wrong with getting your hands on one. The next thing, which I feel like is maybe just a me thing, I could be wrong, but I am so into tiny polka dots, specifically white polka dots on a black background. Something exactly like these examples I think is so sweet. I don't like big polka dots. No offense, I think that they're just not great. I don't think that they are ever fashionable, and I just don't think that they are flattering. However, I think a very small polka dot pattern is super cute. I love the dress that I'm showing in this picture too, because I think it's so flirty. And it's also, again, like refined. I've been really into polka dots, as you could see from the way I like designed all of these slides, by the way. I'm feeling the polka dots. The 12th thing on my spring fashion wish list is actually another nail art design, and this is animal print nails, specifically tortoiseshell nails or animal print nails that are a French tip. Now, first I'll speak on tortoiseshell. I am a huge fan of all things tortoiseshell. My old phone case was tortoiseshell. I have a lot of tortoiseshell accessories already, like hair clips. I have a pair of sunglasses. Actually, my normal glasses, are they tortoiseshell? Part of them is. They're like half tortoiseshell, half like really light pink. I don't know. I never wear them in videos, I don't think. But they're tortoiseshell too. Again, this is a pattern slash motif that I think is so refined, so beautiful. You just can't go wrong with it. So feminine, and it really is timeless. I should go and actually buy some press-ons or something after this video, because yeah, we've been roughing it. But anyway, I think different unique like French tip designs have been really stylish lately. I have seen pastel French tips. I've seen black French tips, again, just on like nude skin tone colored nails. And I think those are really cool. I've never done those on myself, and I am thinking maybe I should just try like a black one or like a light purple or green or something like that. I am definitely not skilled enough to do any other type of French tip other than a plain thin line, but the animal print ones are super cute. I would feel like the world's baddest bee if I had those. I just know it. So maybe I shouldn't get them for everyone else's sake. I would be insufferable. Like, I would be insufferable if I had leopard print French tips, okay? We are already on the last item for my wish list, and this is something pretty basic once again, but something that my own closet is definitely lacking, and that is jean shorts. Specifically, I am talking about unique, very feminine feeling jean shorts. I have two example pictures here. The left ones are originally from American Eagle. The picture came from Poshmark on Pinterest, but I couldn't find who was selling them. I think that's probably because they sold, but apparently those are originally from American Eagle. They have that cute patchwork design. And then the ones on the right are just from Pinterest. I don't know if a brand made them or if somebody like altered them. Both of the designs are so like sweet and cute. They are kind of giving country and boho in a very slight way. And I just think it's adorable. Like, I don't know like how you would categorize it, but they're just so cute. And I am imagining those with like a plain tee or a graphic tee, something very basic, but something casual. So with that, those are actually all of the items so far that are on my spring fashion wish list. I am definitely not someone who goes and totally buys a whole new wardrobe for every season. Of course, I think the average person kind of goes and gets piece by piece, you know, their wardrobe for each season. Again, I thrift a lot of my clothes, so I think that's even a slower method to do it, but the cool thing about having a wardrobe that you build in this way is that it's very curated. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on all of these pieces and all of these styles. Are there any things that I didn't mention that are on your spring fashion wish list? Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to talk about this more with you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching this video. I will be out with a new video shortly, but for now, bye.